Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 things to know when visiting Xcaret Park out in Mexico. As you guys know, I went to visit Mexico back in May, and I've been dying to do this video, but I've been so busy. You guys know I'm a mom, I'm going to school for business full-time, so I just have a lot going on. But if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. Okay guys, so tip number one is remember this is a natural park. And what I mean about that is when you kind of buy this, you kind of think it's like an excursion. And when you think excursion, I know I do, I think of like something very like adrenaline rush kind of. And this is kind of not that. It's like you're enjoying a park. There's a lot of greenery. It's really big. There's waters, there's animals. It's like a zoo. When I went, I really felt like this was a zoo kind of feel. There's animals everywhere. You can hear them. It's really pretty, but think of it like you're going to a park, not just like an excursion. I know there's different parks that Xcaret owns that is more like adrenaline based or more water based. So just make sure like what kind of day you're trying to have. But Xcaret is definitely more of a natural park, so keep that in mind. Tip number two is a lot of the locals say that Xcaret Park is like the Disney of Mexico, and you guys have to take that with a grain of salt. As you guys know, I live in the States, so I know what Disney is all about. And no, it is not the same. Like I said, they don't have any rides or any mechanical rides or anything like that. It is a natural park. So I think it's very misleading when they say this is the Disney of Mexico, but I think what they're trying to say is that this is kind of like a very big staple in Mexico where a lot of the tourists go, and there's like a lot of foot traffic, which is true because of the day I went, there was like 5,000 people, which compared to Disney World is like nothing. But keep that in mind. Don't get your hopes super up when they say this is the Disney of Mexico. I think they just mean something else, like kind of this is their tourist version of what Disney is out in the States. Number three is the price. You guys, it actually is very pricey to come here. I know we spent a good amount of money coming here just for the day. I think it was like $350, and I don't believe that was including our excursion that we bought that was swimming with the dolphins. So we was like somewhere near the $450 range. And what was included with that was the buffet lunch, which I think is good or reasonable to get the Xcaret Plus pass, because that way when we were there we didn't have to really worry about food. So what we did was that we had a super early breakfast out at a resort, and then for lunch we kind of had just like some nachos and something to munch on, and then we had like a late lunch at like 2:30, 3 o'clock. That's when we went to a Mexican buffet, which was included, and it was buffet style, so we got to eat more than once, and I thought it was really worth it. So keep that in mind, guys. Tip number four is the Xcaret pictures on the website could be a little misleading. A lot of their photos are super HDR'd. I don't know if you've gone to their website, but it is just like gorgeous and spectacular, and the colors are super vibrant. It was actually one of the reasons why I really wanted to go, because it just looked gorgeous. But when we got there, I really was super disappointed with the waters. It was really murky. I don't know if it was the season that we went or the day that we went. Keep in mind, when we went in May, there was a lot of like the seaweed sargasso situation going on. So that could be a reason, but I was really underwhelmed with like the quality of like the beaches and the water. The actual river swim was pretty. It was really, really beautiful, but other than that, I was really underwhelmed with the water. So keep that in mind. The, you know, the website pictures is just really HDR'd. It is beautiful when you get there, but it's not like as colorful and vibrant and gorgeous as you see on the website. Tip number 5 is the Photopass. Oh, you guys, this is like 50-50 for me, and I'll let you know why. In theory, the Photopass is perfect because you get like unlimited photos, and like you don't have to take them yourself. There's like these places and there's people in certain areas that take the photos for you. You just kind of show them your wristband, and that way you and your kids and your family can all take a picture together and pose and not have to do like selfies all day. So in that aspect is really, really great. But the downside is that where they're located are actually like the best places at Xcaret. So it'll be near the water, it'll be near animals, it'll be near the river, like all of these fun places. They have it set up so you get these gorgeous shots. But of course, the people who don't have the Photopass, they're gonna go with their families and take the picture. So there's not just one designated area for people who have the Photopass. Like everybody and anybody can use it. So it can get really annoying when you're trying to take pictures and you have like a family with their cameras trying to take it, and you kind of need to wait for them. And the reason why is because let's just say that I'm here, and in order to take the photos, they're usually like up at the top. So you're kind of like waiting to take these pictures looking up. But if there's like people in the way with their own cameras, they're totally going to be in your shot. So you have to wait until these herds of people decide to want to not be in the way and take their photos. So because of that, it's kind of 50-50 because, you know, a lot of the people could be really inconsiderate with their like pictures and photos, and you know, they technically, I don't know if they belong there or not, because it's supposed to be for the people who have the Photopass because they have, you know, the access to the pictures. But you need to wait for everybody to move in order to get a family picture. If not, you're just gonna have like heads and random people everywhere. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Tip number 6. This is a very huge park, so bring shoes, bring water shoes, and then bring regular shoes. So here's what happened. I brought these specific water shoes that are like slash sneakers, and I thought this was going to be super perfect for the park, which it was at first, and it's really good for the river swim or anything that has to do with the water. But then as soon as we got out, when I started like walking with them all over the park, I got blisters on my feet, and I've never gotten blisters in my life, and I got them on both like feet, and it hurt really, really bad. And I didn't have another pair of like sneakers or flip-flops just to slide on, and I had to take them off, and I was like walking barefoot throughout the whole park that last section of the day because it hurt really, really bad. So just make sure to bring water shoes and also an extra pair of sandals or sneakers, so that way you're not walking around with wet shoes and you won't get blisters on your feet. Tip number 7, bring eco-friendly bug spray and eco-friendly sunscreen. As you guys know, this is a natural park. There's a lot of animals and trees and a lot of natural stuff, so they don't want you bringing all of this like toxicity in, especially with all the amount of people that come in per day. So if your stuff isn't eco-friendly, I think they let you keep it in the front and then you can pick it up afterwards, but that kind of defeats the purpose because you want to wear it all day while you're at the park. So just get eco-friendly sunscreen, eco-friendly bug spray. You're gonna need it because there's bugs everywhere and it's super, super hot. So I definitely saw myself and my family putting on sunscreen like every hour or so because that sun is so intense, that Mexico sun. Tip number 8 is check out the live show. So I know people have mixed reviews about the live show. I personally love the live show. So people who come on the bus, and I came on the bus with the resort, you have like two options. They have 2 times where you can get picked up. So if you don't want to be there all day, you can leave at like a 2-3 o'clock pickup, and then they have kind of like the 7 o'clock pickup. So I say if you stay for the 7 o'clock pickup, then you stay for the show, because it's like at night. It's like the last thing that they do at Xcaret. If you leave at 2 o'clock, you won't have that option to see the show. But I like it because it shows, you know, their version of how they see their history, about the conquest, and, you know, a lot of their Mayan culture, and there's a lot of singing and dancing and props, and I just thought it was really, really beautiful. But I've seen reviews that some people aren't totally into it, but for me, I thought it was gorgeous. So I hope that you guys see it, because I had a great time watching the show. Tip number 9 is plan out your day. So I know this is kind of hard to do because like you've never been there, but you're not going to be able to see everything. I don't even know, even if you plan it, I don't think you'll be able to see everything. I personally didn't even know what I was walking into. I just really wanted to go and see this, like, have this experience. I didn't really understand what it was all about, but if you do like a good amount of research and see a good amount of YouTube videos and go online and see like what's actually in the park, I think that you can kind of set it up in a way that you can kind of see everything, or start from one side and then walk your way down. I think that's probably what's most helpful, because I know when I came in, I started in the middle, and then we went to swim with the dolphins, and then we came back down and went with the river swim, and then went back up, and it was just a lot of walking, and we didn't get to see everything. So make sure that you go and plan what you want to see. I know that we ended up stopping at the aquarium, and that was kind of like by accident. We just was walking and we landed there. We didn't get to see the butterfly exhibit. We didn't see the aviary. So we didn't get to see a lot of things. Keep in mind also that the river swim takes a good hour or 2, so you just waste time, like a lot of time in the river swim. It's really fun, but we only got to do 1, and I think there's 3, but they're very, very long. So just make sure to plan out your day. If there's a few things that you really absolutely have to do, definitely do that first, because it's just so big. I don't think anybody has the time to see it all. So yeah, I was really happy that we was able to swim with dolphins there. They do have several excursions there. Swimming with dolphins with one of them. I believe parasailing is another one. I believe they have this kind of fun boat thing that they have there. It's not much, but they do have excursions there, and it's not like super like adrenaline based, but they are really fun. So you can check that out, and you can buy it. All your excursions are located right in the front. It's like in the first village as soon as you come in. Definitely do that, because like if you wait and then come back, it's most likely sold out because of the amount of people. It's per time slot, so do that as soon as you come in if you already know what you want to do. And lastly, tip number 10, Xcaret is definitely a family park. I know that there are definitely other parks. I keep forgetting the name of the other park that is really adrenaline based. I forget. I'll find it. That's not exactly for kids. You guys know that I have my toddler. She's 4 years old, and there's only X amount of things that we can do. So that was another reason why we chose to go to Xcaret, because they had animals, they had the aquarium, they had the aviary, they had the show, they had the beaches, they had the rivers. They had a lot of things that we could do as a family. So there's definitely something for everyone. For my boyfriend, I could say that he really enjoyed the show a lot. For me, I just liked it to be there. The experience of actually walking around the park, it's something really different. I've never been to a park like that. I think, you know, on their website they said that they've won several awards for that park, and I believe it, because it's beautiful. It's a gorgeous natural park, and I just enjoyed the scenery of it. I truly did. And my daughter, she loved she loved the animals, but she also loved the river. She had a great time in the river swim. So there's definitely something for everyone. It's definitely a family park, and I recommend it even though it's a little pricey, but it is a must thing to do. It's a gorgeous place. Alright guys, so that is it. Those are my top 10 tips if you guys are going to go visit Xcaret Park in Mexico. I had a fabulous time at the park and an even more fabulous time in Mexico. I cannot wait to go back. But that is it guys. I hope that this was very informative for you guys. And I'll see you next time guys with a new video. Bye!